2, 3. Whatcha! Welcome to the future of entertainment, everyone. People smelling perfumes as if they were wrestlers competing for a completely made-up title. That's right, I'm talking about BPAL's Tournament of Underdogs! When last you saw us, we crowned Oblivion and Machu Picchu as the standouts of their respective competitions. Those now go on to the next round. And today we are going to do 2 more matchups. We're going to start with ODE on Melancholy versus the Coiled Serpent. The Coiled Serpent actually sounds like a wrestler. And then we're going to do Squirting Cucumber versus Candisa, who also sounds like a wrestler.
Yeah.
Maybe I got involved in perfume when I really should have got involved in wrestling. I seem to like the perfumes that sound like wrestlers. But enough about my life's failures. Why don't we look and see what's going on with today's competitors? So first up we have BPAL's Ode on Melancholy. There's a long poem, like so many BPAL perfumes, there's a poem. But this isn't a poem reading competition, thank goodness. So I'll just skip to the scent notes, which are, it says, the scent of hopelessness, torment, and despair of love. Oh. Lavender and wisteria, heart-wrenching pale rose, desolate white sandalwood, and thin tear-streaked white musk. And then the competitor, the Coiled Serpent, the opposite of all of those things, a potent yogic oil that stimulates the kundalini, provokes spiritual awakening, and releases the energy seated in your root chakra. Everyone protect your root chakra. The Coiled Serpent is around. And like a bunch of our perfume blends, actually no scent notes are listed. So we will just have to go based on the nose. Are you ready to rock?
I am.
All right, let's hit it.
All right.
So, in the bottle, Ode on Melancholy. So sad. Aw. This actually does remind me of a blood milk scent. They do a lot of mourning jewelry, and now, thanks to us, mourning jewelry perfumes. This could be one of them. It's griefy.
Mm-hmm.
The word that I would use to describe this is griefy.
Heavy on the grief.
The lavender is like this really nice, dry, smooth lavender that almost has kind of like a burn to it. That's my favorite thing in a lavender. And in the bottle, that is the dominant flower note for me.
For sure.
But that often is the case with lavender. So
yeah.
You can't always judge a perfume by its bottle. Or by its label, which is a good thing since our labels are like half an inch. All right, first impressions.
One of these.
I'd love to say the Coiled Serpent is going to improve your mood, but my memory of this is that it is extremely, extremely patchouli dominant.
Well, then that would help my mood, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but like, are you ready to be dominated?
I mean, if it's patchouli.
Truly, this is that patchouli that people are afraid of. This is that patchouli that when people tell you they don't like patchouli, that's what they mean. This is the patchouli of someone who wears patchouli and doesn't give a fuck what anyone else thinks about how much patchouli they're wearing.
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah, it is gnarly. It's like that kind of patchouli where you're like, did the exterminator come today? And like, that's not even an insult because patchouli lovers are like, instantly their ears just pricked up and they're like, oh, I've got to get that one. It's just a really intense, powerful note. And I don't even know if there's anything else in it. How would I know?
You'd have to ask Beth.
I guess so. She is not, she doesn't have to tell us.
Maybe some kind of like a sandalwood? There's definitely something woody.
You're just making that up.
I said maybe. I don't know.
This to me smells like getting kicked in the face by the older woman who runs the local organic food co-op. Like getting kicked in the face for breaking some like completely obscure rule. I don't even know how, I mean, these were all assigned their competitors randomly, so I don't even know where to begin to compare them, but I guess compare we must. So
They're just different.
they're very different. We got our Ode on Melancholy. Almost tilted my hat right off my body. I'm going to wear this. I love this. I've never tried this on. Maybe it's because I reach to perfume often in a time when I'm looking for comfort and happiness, and as such, like the deliberately sad-making ones kind of scare me away, but that particular lavender is something that I actually seek out in other blends. And it's sticking with me in this one. What else was in this shit? Pale Rose, Wisteria. I think it's the lavender and sandalwood that's that magical kind of creamy, you know, concoction that I really love. And thin tear-streaked white musk. The tear-streaked makes me wonder if there's some kind of mineralic component to this.
That would make sense.
It has a freshness to it. So it's like sad, but it's fresh. It's like you've cried in your car, but now you're walking through the parking lot because you just have to still buy those groceries or whatever. Which is an experience I know most of you have pretty regularly. Okay. Is that it for you?
Yeah.
You got nothing? Nothing to say. Okay. Elicited no strong feelings in Galen whatsoever.
It's sad and lavender-ish.
Okay.
Lavendarian.
Moving on to the Coiled Serpent. My root chakra is just destroyed. Might have taken a few others with it. Systems failing. It's nice.
Oh, it's nice.
I mean, it's a powerful patchouli.
Yeah.
It's a really strong patchouli. I've sold this to a lot of people when they come to our booth at conventions and such who are looking for a strong patchouli, and it's almost like a test, like, oh, do you have a patchouli strong enough for me, the patchouli lover? And this is the one that I usually hand them. And like, even if they don't buy it, they have to, you know, they have to recognize that we fulfilled the criteria. And there probably are other notes doing something in
Some
there,
sort of there's some kind of a wood. There's definitely a wood.
maybe an oud.
Maybe a spice. But it is like
It's twisted.
patchouli.
I cast patchouli. All right. Here's where the judging gets tough. You have no choice to be made, right? You love the patchouli one. I love the other one, and I have a strike against the Coiled Serpent because it reminds me of an ex.
Oh, well no, I can't wear it.
I'm just going to. It's not the smell. It's you know what? Now I can't wear it.
Let's not.
Like that's gonna stop you.
I have plenty of other patchoulis I could wear.
There was one of our wonderful BPAListas, Lisa Lee, had left a tribute to the Coiled Serpent on Instagram where she wrote, "This isn't just gorgeous woody patchouli and floral herbs. Earthy with a dry down of skin musk," and then questioning, fig, magnolia, incense, floral notes. This feels good, it feels active. And then she talks a lot about the root chakra, which is just going to make me blush if I read it. But she also gives suggestions for pairing it with other oils that we've released, which is pretty amazing. And she says, and yes, I've worn it to yoga class sparingly because it's a heady throw.
Which it is.
I'm glad that I love it when people actually use a scent for the purpose that it says it was created for. I also love it when people wear a scent for the opposite purpose that it was created for. My vote for the competition is 100% for Ode on Melancholy. You have voted for the Coiled Serpent, and we have testimonials from Lisa Lee, and I see a couple of other people have commented to say that they love the Coiled Serpent. So it appears that the underdog that is the most beloved in this instance is the Coiled Serpent, which proceeds to the next round. But what will be strong enough to stop it? Anything? That's what we'll find out in round 2. Ode on Melancholy, you're not a loser. I hope that people like it and buy it because I liked it. So Squirting Cucumber is from the lab's Rappaccini's Garden collection, which are all very plant-specific blends, so that it's meant to be like you're wandering through a garden, smelling but not tasting, because many of these are toxic. And in the case of Squirting Cucumber, is a wonderful edible type scent, except for, why is it squirting? You should have that looked at. Oh my god. If that car alarm goes off one more fucking time. I'm sorry. Composure. The scent description for Squirting Cucumber begins, yikes, which, you know, I feel like if you're buying a perfume and the description begins with yikes, that really just says a lot about a person to begin with. But a spurt of wet, grassy greenness. And obviously, the cucumber is in the name, so you know that's going to be in there.
I just remembered in that episode of Thundercats we watched last night that somebody said yike.
Yike, singular.
Yike. We're having some technical difficulties as one of our neighbors' car alarms keeps going off, so we're just going to smile and nod through it.
You've got to be kidding me.
I was just working on some personal stuff.
We are trying to film a perfume/wrestling tournament.
Yike.
Yike. Yike. The next perfume, the competitor, the challenger, is Candisa, which says, the Moroccan goddess of carnal desire. I'll take Beth's word for it. Dwelling in freshwater springs and rivers, she is doom. Her embrace drives men mad with mindless lust. Sacrifices are made to the Lady of Lust on the summer solstice in the hopes of placating her passions and driving her red-tinged gaze away. Black musk, blackened saffron, lemon peel, and vetiver draped over thick honey. Wow, I've went on an entire escapade just reading this. So we've got your fresh, grassy, squirting cucumber. You've got your Moroccan goddess of carnal desire draping things. It's going to be quite a matchup, folks, so buckle up. Shall we sniff the bottles?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Squirting Cucumber. I sell a bunch of this to folks who are looking for something fresh and kind of surprising. Something non-traditional. It is a grassy cucumber. There's a sharpness to it that I think is that kind of like mineralic, like aquatic almost cucumber smell.
So fresh. And it smells like cucumbers.
I think this is the kind of thing that you could wear in the office if we still went to those, without getting busted, because it just smells like it belongs in the world. You're not putting on a show, you just happen to be covered in squirting cucumber gunk. It's just a perfectly reasonable thing for someone to smell like.
Mm-hmm.
Downside, salad dressing.
Right, like you might walk by and someone would be like, "Ooh, salad,
Cobb salad.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't get anything for lunch. Would you get me a Cobb salad on your way out?"
It is the risk of a really vegetable-heavy scent. However, there are lots of people who've relaxing. Transports you to a whole other place where this isn't happening. You want to pause it again? Alright.
We are going to smell.
Hand me the Candisa. Candisa approaches. Everyone recoils in terror. Can you simultaneously recoil in terror but lean forward in curiosity? Ooh. Ooh.
Well, that's a surprise.
Rooty. It is rooty. That honey is really doing some heavy lifting here in terms of making this like a palatable, intriguing concoction, because otherwise it is very earthy and rooty.
But it has like this very dark sweetness.
Yeah.
It's mysterious.
For me, this is probably as good as it's going to get, because my skin seems to amp the honey notes like crazy. And this is what I would like to smell like with Candisa, but on the skin I'm not holding out a lot of hope that this is going to be my ultimate experience. You may fare better.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how.
Was it a musk? Did I read musk in there? Blurp, blurp, blurp. Black musk, blackened saffron, lemon peel, and vetiver. Can I smell it again?
Yeah, and now that we're aware of that.
She's incredible. I am afraid and aroused.
Wow.
The lemon peel really makes sure that like it's like several different notes in a chord, you know, and the ultimate effect is really impressive. And then but the lemon is like on the high end, and then on the low end you have that black musk, and then just a bunch of stuff happening in the middle. So it's like, you know, it just mashed a bunch of buttons in my brain, and now I'm doing a combo that I didn't even know I could do. Kick, punch. All right, let's smell that squirting cucumber, kids. Smell along at home. But we can't hear you. Oh, wow. I'm so glad the grass is here because it definitely smooths it out and it pulls it into a nature place, whereas the other way of going just like vegetal with the cucumber might take you into pickle territory.
Mm-hmm.
And as it is, it's not pickles. There's like, I'm getting a little bit of a pickle here. Just because the cucumber is sharp, and like, I think my brain is just auto-filling pickle. I eat most cucumbers in the form of pickles. So that's a me thing. But you know, like if you were like rolling a pickle down a grassy meadow.
You just gotta stop talking about pickles.
I'm sorry. What do you got?
I don't know. I just can't say anything about pickles. It's just very fresh and green and grassy and clean.
Yes. Pairs well with a side of yogurt sauce.
Well, yeah. It's not really my go-to, although I do like a green, clean kind of smell every now and then, and I do like the smell of cucumbers and grass. So it's pleasing to me, though I don't know if I would choose it for myself.
The sweetness of the grass is kind of amped next to the pickle, which is just more crisp.
I told you to stop.
I said pickle. I didn't mean to. I meant to say cucumber. Oh my god, it's in my brain. I have a pickle in my brain.
You just have to stop saying.
Okay, so
it's calm, and it also as it's wearing and it's calming down a little bit. That cucumberiness is kind of just It's blending with the grass.
There's like a smooth, filmy green melange. It is cooling.
Yeah.
It's not upsetting. It's a hot day.
It's just very refreshing.
It's warm in our house. The air conditioner is turned off to reduce ambient noise. But I have to admit, being able to smell this makes it feel a little better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we got that going for us.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the other side, we've got this fiery concoction in the Candisa. This is sexy.
Honey musk.
Oh. It reminds me of the snake oil a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's something like a little fiery about it.
Yeah, probably the saffron.
Oh, I love her. Oh.
It's just like a really dark, musky, resinous spice.
Resinous is right. And when the oil on the skin
and the
was
honey,
just like
the honey is just like
sticky.
It's sticky, but it's making everything blend so nicely together.
I'm getting chills smelling this. There's a baby crying outside. I don't know if you can hear it on the recording, but I think the baby is crying because of the strength of this oil. Babies are sensitive. They know. They know when something is wrong.
Or it's crying because it's like 90-something degrees outside and in direct sunlight, and it's like, why are you doing this to
Why
me?
is this car alarm going
Parents?
off? Let me look at the notes again. Black musk, black and saffron, lemon peel, vetiver draped over honey. The vetiver paired with the honey is what's making my brain do this like sparkly thing. Because you've got this like intense, smoky, acrid vetiver, and then the honey is just like, but what if I sweetened you up, and like straightened your tie, and then, took you to the dance?
What if I took your ponytail down and removed your glasses and you became prom queen? Yeah.
Candisa will never be prom queen. She's the kind of prom queen that ends up burning down the whole prom. But I'm searching for that lemon peel.
I'm not really finding it.
Not really, but I don't doubt that it's in there doing something important. Like,
like
lifting with all its might, being like, are you enjoying it? Is it worth it? Oh, good.
But it is not a standout note on my skin.
No, but this is gorgeous, and I'm going to wear this all day.
All right.
Squirting what? Sorry, but that's how I'm voting here.
I am siding with you. I like them both, and I like them both for different reasons in terms of what I would wear.
Oh.
And in terms of, like, just a real, like, wowza standout scent.
Also,
Candisa.
I know people love BPAL for different things, but Candisa is the kind of scent profile that I think that just really speaks to like what the kind of aesthetic of the company is all about.
It's some classic BPAL stuff.
Yeah,
So,
it's like,
yeah.
oh, we're gonna like take you on a deep dark dive through your worst nightmares, and you're going to love every second of it.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone say anything about this? We do have a vote on the forum. Someone posted a review of Candisa. They went through and left a few reviews. It says, the dark honey here is well blended with the deep musks and bright citrus, which I'm not getting, but that's fine. Honey notes and I usually have problems, and while Candisa toes that line, the other notes are just too lovely to pass up.
Yeah.
Same. Oh my gosh, is this me? I didn't do it. I didn't write it. I'm not cheating. So, was there anything else? Oh, we had an Instagram tribute to Candisa also that says, wet on the skin, she smells for a few seconds the way Fernet Branca tastes, dark, a little herbaceous, licorice-like, then she bursts into a cloud of Nag Champa, lingering around the wearer like the incense hangs in a room. Later, Candisa might make you hungry with her subtle notes of 5-spice powder, coriander, or garam masala. After sunset and into the night, the wearer will remember Candisa and still radiate a rich, honeyed amber glow. That is from Pre-Raphaeliste on Instagram. Beautiful tribute.
Mm-hmm. It does have a kind of Nag Champa quality, almost like all the notes blended together.
Now that you mention it, I see that it's darker than Nag Champa, but
yeah,
but it's not there. I totally get it.
I get that.
What a wonderful tribute, because it actually, I love it when you read other people's reviews. This is why people read the reviews on the forum, because they're, even if you have it in front of you and you're smelling it and you're not sure what you're getting, someone else says the magical series of syllables that unlock the scent's appeal to you.
Yeah.
I've had my mind changed about what I'm smelling by what I'm reading so many times.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Yeah. Magic.
Okay. So, as much as I hate to kick a cucumber out of bed, the clear winner of this match is Candisa.
Candisa.
Ding, ding, ding. Squirting Cucumber, back to the locker room with you. What a thing to say.
I was like, just don't even go there with the joke.
So, that is our tournament for the day. Those two matchups, well done everybody. Thank you for pulling in some additional perspective so that we knew what we were smelling and why people liked it. And just for those who are following the bracket, the next batch of competitors in our next episode will be Morgaus. Thoughts?
Morgaus?
Versus the Scales of Deprivation, which is what I call the dry patches on my elbows when I don't moisturize. And Moscow versus the Red Queen. So if you have anything to say about those two, you better speak up, because we're coming for you. And they're going to be battling in the upcoming episode. Thank you so much for following and sniffing along, and, enduring this reality with us. It means a lot. Later, players.
Bye-bye.